Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Morcier. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a wonderful day. We are moving tomorrow to this 1010 portal, which will be, if we are in a receptive mode, we will all receive it as new diamond light frequency and codes. So it is integrated. We'll be able to, we'll integrate that. There is this great deal of energy that has been, a lot of the energies of life are being lifted up each and every day. I hope you feel that. If you feel that, the highest wisdom for us today is the purification, is the ability to purify ourselves. The more pure we are, the lighter we are, and until our body will become completely like a beautiful clear crystal. So it is a work we're doing. What we need to understand is our destiny. What is the meaning of our life? Where did we come here for? What do we need to achieve? And so it is really what we need to do. Then what we need to do is the authenticity. We have to be true to ourselves, to science self, be true. So that's the most essential part. What Shakespeare knew, put his finger right on it. He's a good friend of mine. When he said to sign on self, be true, know yourself, but to that which you think, that which you know yourself to be, is to be true to yourself. And the general message is optimism. There's a great deal of optimism that will come into the picture, hope and all kinds of new potential, new excitement, as if like a new season has started. I wanted to say, I talked about the ability to destroy our thought in order to establish ourselves in lucidity and serenity. It was the Lord Buddha who discovered this magical power to go into nirvana. He had to destroy all thoughts from his past in order to find this serenity, this peace, this eternal peace. And how do we do that? It is by understanding that all our because of the law of eternal perfection, all that we did that's not fully in alignment with the law will come back through our cellular. Our cell will remind us of that. And whenever a situation comes back into the picture, whatever was distorted, we are given an opportunity to deal with it with peace and serenity, so that we align ourselves and we can destroy all the things that, or to repair everything that happens within our past. For we have to clear, to balance out, and not to worry too much, for we had many past lives, all of us, and so in this life we need to reintegrate that. I wanted to speak a bit about the Akash. The Akash is a physical library where is held all the memory on holographic form of everything that ever happened on the planet. So there is a planetary Akash, a system Akash, constellation, local universe, super universe. I've been shown the one on Paradise. So it's a rather big building, but it's very young. There's a very small trees that is growing. It's pretty sick, but it's small. It feels like it is just the beginning of something. And in a sense, the Earth, for those, I'm just speaking for those who may believe, for there is no belief. What we choose to call true for is very personal. So it's something we reject, something we accept. For me, it's like whatever comes from within is something I have to accept. I cannot deny my own self. Revelation. And so the Akash on the Earth exists. It's below the pyramid of Cheops. The pyramid of Cheops was built above the halls of the Amenti. It is where all the Akash is been recorded, and we access through that through little white hole, black holes, and blue holes within our DNA. We do not know those portals. Most people have not been able to yet open this understanding of traveling, yet memories may be coming flooding at some point. The problem with that is that if we will reveal a past life where we were a saint or a very important historical person, and we're still in the ego, we may be becoming like over exalted. I used to live in America for many years, and 90% of the people I met that believe in past life were sure that they were King Arthur. It's not one of my incarnation, but they believe that, and so it is part of the understanding. It boosts up a bit their ego. But if you reveal that, since we have explored everything, that you were a tyrant in a past life, that you already balanced out the energy, there is no problem. But that could also shock you and create. So memories is released step by step. Sometimes we are part of the great history, the small history, and we had also anonymous life. And so I'm going to pull out 4 cards for the Akash to see what we may The highest wisdom for us today is persecution and inquisition, is to understand all this conditioning that we've been persecuted, and we have to hear all that. We have to become sovereign self, to discover our sovereign self. Therefore, if we are sovereign self, we have to free ourselves from any form of other conditioning. How do we do that? Through the understanding of the Celtic wisdom. Whatever that means to you, follow you. I hope this will be matched in your invisible world by revelation, all those things I'm doing here. What we need to understand is love that is not reciprocated. So that's very powerful card. We've all had these experiences of feeling, most people have had experiences where you fell in love with someone that does not share your affection. And so it is part of understanding unconditional love. When those things happen, it is by design. It's a catalyst for growth and for healing of certain situations that were not harmonized in the past. Once we do that, we got to understand also the wars and the battles, put an end to it, put an end to the wars and the battles, the inner wars. As we make peace within ourselves, that's the only way we're going to be able to bring this peace, is as we discover that inner peace. Of course, violence becomes totally foreign and inconceivable, brutality, vulgar, all those things that create so much suffering. So, and then we'll be able to move into the arts to discover the charm, the grace, what the art can provide. There is a creation of art is wonderful, but the appreciation of art is just as important. For me, I love my work, but I love just as much the art history and all the other artists that have forged my consciousness, and the philosophers and all those things. So it's becoming moving into a state of appreciation. What we need to do is the Father. What a wonderful card it is! It is very, very the beautiful picture as well. It is understanding God is a Father. We can take the hand of God, and God will lead us. And so understanding the Father, for me, that's what it means. Is the Father is God. For understanding, there is for me, I worship the Paradise Father, Jesus Father, but whether you worship Allah or Yahweh, it is the same thing in many sense. It doesn't really matter. Yet there is only one true God, but it is the one, and so it doesn't matter how you call it, call him or her. Understanding also the local universe is created with a mother spirit and a father spirit, a divine masculine and divine feminine that created all this evolutionary process for all of us. And the ministry of the mother and the ministry of the father are two different ministries, yet they are complementary in all possible ways. And the general message for us today is the mother. It is, I salute my mother. She's no longer in this world, but she's been such an immense influence on my life. And I trust she's well wherever she is. I think she's on the galactic plane somewhere, traveling the universe. But it's the mother is the idea of unconditional love. The love of a mother is unconditional. And so whatever that means to you, those are triggers to awaken memories and to be loving to ourselves, to be kind to ourselves. I just wanted to. Yes, well, I'm gonna stop there. I just wanted to say at some point we have to let go of what we believe to be the lower self, because at some point we want to move into something higher. So this residual self-image, as ego, the ego has to step aside, to trust that it will be reintegrated. And also I've always said to avail yourself to invisible guidance and presence, but only in the realm of light, when there is wisdom, when there is good feeling. For there is invisible presence that come from below that you do not want to have any dealing with. This is just a waste of time. They have nothing to. It's just they create those beings were created to create a contrast within the evolution in order to further the growth of the universe. But they do not have wisdom or power. If there is wisdom or light, it comes from above always. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. The painting behind me is an interior. It's in the spirit of Magritte, in many ways. It's a beautiful piece from 2006, 5. I'm going to sing a beautiful song from a very one of the greatest writer. He was somebody who was an atheist who wrote some beautiful spiritual songs. It's John Lennon, and at some point Roger Waters from Pink Floyd was saying if John would avail himself to meditation, he would have understand. Of course, because when you avail yourself to meditation, you realize that there is the light is, there is a light that reveals itself, that was unknown, that we cannot create, that we cannot imagine, that transcends our lower self, and slowly we're becoming more of that higher self as we allow ourselves to reunify with this part of ourselves. So this song is called Love. Love is real, real is love. Love is feeling, feeling love. Love is wanting to be loved. Love is touch, touch is love. Love is reaching, reaching love. Love is asking to be loved. Love is you, you and me. Love is knowing we can be. Love is free, free is love. Love is living, living love. Love is needing to be loved. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful song. Of course, love needs a reciprocation. Of course, but with God, when we turn our love towards the source, there is always a reciprocation. All the path of spiritual ascension comes in reconnecting to the love of God. Love could not ask anyone, any spirit, to serve eternally until it has developed this worship condition where it finds total fulfillment within that relationship. And so, in many sense, we are on the earth. We are experimenting with love without the light, without understanding, without consciousness. And so, but we are ever growing and evolving. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.